Okay, grade 1. So today for social studies, we are going to be talking about the importance of our grandparents. Now, who are your grandparents? Your grandparents are your parents' parents. They're the people that raised your parents into the people that they are today. Grandparents are so important in our lives for so many reasons. You guys watched the video of me talking to my grandpa all about what life was like when he was young, and I got a bunch of very good feedback. You guys liked that video a lot, so maybe I'll have to do another video with him for you guys to see. But we are going to be talking about why grandparents are important. We've been talking a lot about then and now and how things change over time, how places change, how electronics change, how transportation changes, all those types of things. So the world that your grandparents grew up in 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago is a lot different than the world that we live in today. Okay? And it's important to understand that and to know what types of things that your grandparents dealt with that we don't deal with today, or what types of things that we have today that your grandparents didn't have when they were kids. So today what you're going to be doing is interviewing one of your grandparents. You're welcome to interview all of your grandparents if you want. You may not, everybody has 4 grandparents, but some of your grandparents may not be with us anymore. So just pick one grandparent, 2, 3, 4, however many you want, and you're going to be doing a little interview with them. So here's the sheet, interview with my grandparent. You're going to ask them these questions and you're going to write down their answers. They might answer a lot. If you watched my video with my grandpa, you know that he loves to tell me stories. He loves telling me stories about what things were like when he was a kid. There's no way that I could have fit his answers on this paper. They just wouldn't fit. So I just want you to listen to their story and to hear it, and then go back and write their answers, or what you thought was the most important part of their answer. So the first question is, what is one of the best memories you have when you were in elementary school? I don't know what it was like for your grandparents, but my grandparents, some of them didn't go to school very long. Some of them were only in school until grade 9, grade 10, whatever, because back then it wasn't as common for people to finish school. Today, everybody graduates high school, really, but back then it wasn't the same. So you can ask, what is one of the best memories you have when you were in elementary school? They might tell you about their favorite game that they played. They might tell you about their favorite subject, their favorite thing that they learned. It could be anything. The second question you're going to ask is, what did you like to play at recess? The third question is, who was your favorite teacher and why? The next question is, what is some advice that you can give me as I finish my first grade year? What is some advice that your grandparents have for finishing grade 1, for going on to grade 2? What is some advice that they can give you? Question number 5 is, what is a memory you have of me when I was younger? This is one of my favorite questions to ask my grandparents. I think it's so much fun. My grandpa tells me so many stories about when I was younger. My grandma always tells me stories about me when I was younger. And it's so nice to hear how you've changed over time. You've only been alive for 6 or 7 years. And in those 6 and 7 years, you've changed a lot. And I'm sure your grandparents have all these stories about what you were like when you were a little kid. So you're going to interview them. You're going to write down your answers. You don't have to send this in. This is just an activity for you to do. There's also, on this slide, there is a video here that you don't have to watch, but you're welcome to, of kids trying their great-grandparents' favorite foods when they were younger. And it's quite funny and it's quite cute, so I would recommend you watch it. But call or Zoom your grandparents and do this little interview with them. And you can message me on Class Dojo and tell me what you thought of it. Did you like it? Was it interesting? What were their answers like? Have fun!